Hello, this is Wendy from Taichi, the Way of Life. That is where you will find me on Facebook. And yes, I'm going to keep asking. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Wendy Chan Taichi. I just realized I forgot to put my lenses in. I can't see properly. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Yeah, lockdown's been eased in the UK. That's where I am from. And things hasn't really changed for me very much yet, but I am positive that things will change for me, and then work will be in the near horizon. Anyway, the reason for this video, it's a follow-up from a few of my other videos. I've made a video about because I was very much challenged right at the beginning of when I start posting on and doing my YouTube about by people who practice MMA, and how Tai Chi, because there was other videos of Tai Chi masters being basically slaughtered by MMA fighters. And I've also had videos about internal powers, internal strength. And lately, I've also seen lots and lots of posts on that, saying that basically labeling that Tai Chi is a useless martial art. All right. And I can see where these people are coming from. And I've been in the position where I see videos and I hear as a child, and as a Chinese person, Qigong is not something you dabble into because you mess around with spirits and things. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of, and then people were really skeptical about people, and probably it's true that it's like this supernatural power that you have when you're doing Tai Chi and Qigong. And people use that to, and healing powers, so all that comes into the same thing. And they are con artists, and they are using it to con people from their money. So those are truth. And I actually grew up kind of have one camp of people thinking like that, and of course there are people who does, I mean traditional, so that's why it was very much to Qigong, and very much linked to traditional Chinese medicine with acupuncture, and also using the herbs, which I use on a regular basis. And then, you know, I believe in the organs being, if they are upset, if they're not balanced, then you become ill. All right. So I do all those things, and I'm not trained, but it's just how we've been brought up, or well, how I've been brought up, that those things are instilled in us, and it's in place. And for example, at the moment, I'm cooking for my sister-in-law because she just had a little baby, very cute. And you know, we have this confinement period, so trying to do this for her, and I'm doing this confinement postnatal nutrition meal. So all those things are really good, and for a long time, that's what I've been doing Qigong for, and doing Tai Chi for health. And I have witnessed in how it does help people, both in the physical. So because of my background as well, because I'm a strength and conditioning coach and mobility, so those are things are very close to heart to me, and I totally. It's my passion that people will maintain their mobility, because without mobility, I mean, when you think about it, you probably take it for granted, you know, because you can, if you want a toilet, you can walk to the toilet, and then, you know, and I have to work with people who, you know, you can't do that, and then you have to wait for someone to take you to the toilet. You can't feed yourself because you can't, they can't even extend their arms. So mobility has a lot to do with, you know, you can go, so when you can still walk, you can go wherever you want still. And that's why that's very, and that is very much hand in hand. Mobility is very close linked. It's to strength. And of course, at the moment, I'm talking about physical strength. And where's your strength going to come in? It comes from your muscles, your lean body mass, your bones. So you need healthy bones, healthy bone density, and you also need substantial amount, good amount of lean body mass, which are your muscles. And of course, I have lots of people, I still have people saying to me that, oh, you shouldn't weight train because it will block your path to internal strength. And this is where it brings me back to the internal stuff. So for a long time, I also see that I don't believe that you don't need to touch anyone and then the person bounces to the other side of the room. I'm sure lots of you have seen videos like that. And for a long time, I was very, very skeptical. And for a long time, I've been practicing my Tai Chi and in the external shape. And it has its health benefit, of course, because you're still shifting weight, but very, very different from doing internal martial arts. It is very, very different. And for those people who are frustrated with and make silly comments about Tai Chi, that it's a useless art, you can't fight anything, it's because you don't understand the internal aspect of martial art. So I train physically. And it doesn't take much effort to learn how to deadlift, how to do a good squat, and how to increase your weight gradually. It doesn't actually take loads of effort. You just, still people quit because it still requires discipline. It still requires perseverance. Yes, you're still going to come to a stumbling block where you're going to stuck at a weight and it just doesn't, because your time needs time to change, to build in that case. And it doesn't actually take a lot of time to build. It just, however, doesn't take very much time either to lose that strength. And I think this is very, very different from internal strength. It takes absolutely for a lifetime, I think, to be able to do the internal stuff. It's not some superpowers. Tai Chi, like in my other video, Tai Chi was designed back in the days for wartime. It was, these warriors, captains of a team, what do you call it? Battalion, I don't know what you call it. They have Tai Chi, but they know how to do the internal stuff, and this is where the strength they execute, or the forms in the manner that it's a killer art. My mentors say to me, it is an art because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It doesn't just think you're going to learn it for 2 years, you're going to be able to do it. I really don't think so. So what's the point? So if we just train the internal stuff, and I'm not going to go into how do you get the internal stuff, because this is not the reason of this video. So why do we still do forms then? And why do we still do push hands? And why do we still meditate? Because all of those are part of it. You can't just, it's not like, so the external stuff is very, very different, because you can just learn the pattern, you can just memorize it. That's not the hard bit. And then be able to churn it out. That's not the hard bit. It's actually then applying all the meditation side of it. It's like what I just said, your how capable, how strong is your mind? The Chinese call that Shen, which is like your mind. And how strong is that? And that comes with, if you've got a stronger mind, Shen, right? There comes the willpower and also the perseverance. It's all about perseverance. And it's all about being consistent and patient. Okay, it's not going to happen if you think you can just score on 10-week course, because I run 10-week courses, and you're going to be super duper and you're going to get this internal strength. It isn't going to happen. I think for some people it might take them a lifetime. Probably for me, I take a lifetime. I'm not going to be where I like to be. But that doesn't matter, because it's an art. And I mean, thank God I don't actually need to fight so that somebody doesn't kill me. If I don't kill them, I'm going to be killed and my family's going to be in danger. I mean, thank God I don't live in that era whereby I really, maybe if I do, I really would become more effective in my super internal martial art, because I need it. And because I don't. And also I love the fact that I can use Taichi Taichiquan for health, because that is really, I can help loads of people, not just physical health, but mental health as well, which plays a massive role. I'm just looking at my note. So I've touched on the thing. So it's not some super mystical power. It isn't. It really isn't. But it's so difficult to learn. It is about the alignment of the body. So I am touching on it a little bit. And the idea of which is not our natural response when somebody strikes us, or when somebody, grab hold of us, we want to fight it. It's the completely opposite. So you become how has that become second nature to you? Well, you need a lot of practice, and of course, practicing applying the forms that we do in whatever style that we do, and how to then use it effectively, efficiently. But how on earth do you then apply that internal martial art that you've learned in there as well? It's not simple. It is just so complicated. And I don't care what other people say to me, and I do pick my mentor's brain quite a lot on this, because I do sometimes get a little bit upset with people saying, oh, you shouldn't do weight, you shouldn't. But I mean, I'm not talking about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, when they look really big, and like Arnie Schwarzenegger. So that's I could see that getting in the way. I'm thinking he may really bulk when I'm trying to do my forms. I could really see that's going to get in the way. But the strength training that I do, it's to keep my body strong and healthy. I mean, right at the beginning of my video, I said, it's your bone density. You need to have healthy bone density. You need to have quality lean body mass, because they always disappears from age 30. They will just, if you don't do anything, you don't do very much, the amount when you were 20 and when you're at 40, it's reduced. Okay. And I don't want that. And I probably actually got more lean body mass than I was when I was 20, because I didn't train the way I do now. Don't get me, I'm not going to bulk. You'll see me, I'm not bulking. I might be defined, because everybody got muscles. If you're going to work them, they're going to show. And it's completely different from bodybuilding. This is strength training. It's not bodybuilding. And my strength training I think it's paid off, because I got really strong legs. I'm not even going to shy away from that, and I'm not going to be, I know I've got really strong legs. And even that, sometimes doing Qigong for an hour, in those stance, talking about the internal stuff, it kills. Yesterday, I had 2 sessions, and I was absolutely exhausted by the end of it. And I was absolutely exhausted. Honestly, it felt like I did some really, really heavy, really, really intense weightlifting. I just want to lie on the ground and just want to when you train and you want to collapse on the floor. I felt like that because it was actually physically demanding. Yes, it's typically in my legs. And I do sometimes wonder, of course, my mentor say, no, you are working. I see where he's coming from. you know, you have to hold your arms out in this position for a long time. I mean, when you think about it. So I did my own Tai Chi training for an hour, and I did 2 hours of Qigong, not back to back, but I know it's probably a bit silly of me doing that, and I'll not do that again. It's just the way it worked out. And yeah, of course, eventually the rest of your muscle, except your shoulders. But after a while, actually, you do start to feel, I feel these things working. But that's not the point of this video. So I can't help thinking that if we haven't even got the willpower, the discipline, the sun, to actually fuel our body properly. Yes, I'm touching on, because all these things, it will affect it. Not my weightlifting, not my weight training, it isn't going to block me. Because my muscle is not going to stay contract. Okay, I know what we're trying to achieve in Tai Chi and Qigong is to lengthen the muscle, to open up the joints. And I understand when muscles are contract, of course your joints cannot be opened and your muscle is not lengthened. But it doesn't mean that because I strength train, my muscle is going to remain in those states. It doesn't. If they were, I'd be in pain. You know how horrible it is if muscles are tight and then they stay contract, because you get knots. Okay. And I am not in pain. All right. And that was one of the reasons why I've gone back into Tai Chi. But that's another story. And that's how I got back into Tai Chi, because I learned it as a kid and I just dropped it. But that's another story. So what I'm trying to say is, we need to look after our body. It's not just doing. So I mean, I guess if you're very disciplined in your Qigong and Tai Chi practice, you probably have got the sun and the willpower and whatever not, the yi and everything, the discipline and the perseverance to do all the other stuff, to look after your body, to fuel your body with the right fuel. Yes, I'm touching on nutrition. And I really don't think there's anything wrong to condition the physical body. The internal, it is still physical. Yes, it is. A different kind of physical. If you do it, you know what I mean, and don't argue with me, because it's different. Physical conditioning and your internal conditioning, probably shouldn't use that word, probably get shot down for using that word. It's your posture, it's how you then use your own weight and gravity and your central. You know, it's the ability to put all that. Circumstances has to be precise, and before you can execute anything. And there's so many things to think about. Anyway, I think I've this is probably one of my longer videos. So I'm gonna close with me conditioning. I am. So if you like me, like to condition your body, physical body, I'm not saying that you're not saying internal martial arts is, honestly, it blows my mind all the time. And I am just so juvenile. All right. Some people call me that. And I admit it. I am. I keep describing myself as a little tadpole, and that's what I am. I'm not even halfway to a frog. I'm a tadpole in that sense, and but I'm still gonna keep practicing my forms. Although a lot of it's probably still look very external, but I'm still gonna practice it, and I'm still gonna try and keep going with applying my internal to my forms, and yeah, I'm playing with the application and stuff, and I'm experimenting on, you know, how to find my central, how to find the other person's central, and things like that. I am playing with things like that. I'm exploring, I'm experimenting, and I love it, and that's the fun part of it. Anyway, so yes, conditioning. So this video will end with another video of me doing conditioning with an empty bar. It is mainly for the upper body, because that day when I did it, my leg was quite tired from Qigong and from squat. I did some squat the day before. So enjoy. So stay watching. And so there will be another clips of me just teaching you how to use a bar, an empty bar, and conditioning the upper bit of your body. Okay, thank you for watching, and I shall speak to you very, very soon. And it is Wendy from Taichi, the Way of Life. So God bless, and see you soon. Bye bye for now. Hello, this is Wendy from Taichi, the Way of Life. Or my YouTube channel is Wendy Chan Taichi, if you can subscribe it down there. Alright, okay, I am going to do a really light little bit of using my bar. Not really strength training, but it's quite a good combination of upper body workout, just one squat. It just yeah, show you how versatile a bar can be. And then I see that you know, a lot of Tai Chi, we use a lot of leg work, and I always find that I'm not using my upper body very much. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show you. So just an empty bar for this will do. So I'm going to start with a wide grip. So I'm going to do a high pull. So doing exactly the same you would. So I'm sitting in my with my tailbone towards my heels, so that I'm nice and steady. It doesn't matter if I'm double weighted in my training with this. You don't want to in Tai Chi, obviously. So it's a high pull. Then I'm still going to be in my wide grip. A bend, it's a bend overall. That's why I bend my back, but I'm keeping my back nice and tight to secure it. Just going to pull my bar into, so this is for my back, into my tummy. And we're just going to stand up straight, change the grip, narrow grip. We're going to do a nice, easy, clean there. I'm going to squat with it, so it's a front squat. Make sure that my elbow is up. Then I'm just going to push over my head, shoulder press. This is where it's going to kill me, because this is arm extension. So I'm using my tricep, which is the smallest one of my muscle in these exercises. Then I'm going to change over into a curl. And that will be one rep. So in that combination, you can have a go. If you don't have a bar, you can always use a dumbbell. You can do exactly the same. With rows, you would use obviously 2 dumbbells and do a row like that. And if you've got dumbbells, you would do a high pull like this. Yeah, so 1 on each side. And with your tricep, it would be just straight up and down. Try not to flare the elbows out, but squeeze the elbow together. Do your arm curls just the same way. You can hold your dumbbell like this when you're doing your squat. Can't really, I don't know how you clean with a dumbbell. Can't really clean with a dumbbell, can you? You just have to bring it up, I guess, and then just press, squat with it like this, and then go down and then press up to the top. Alright, okay, so I am going to do 15, so that was 1. So that's combo as 1 rep and 15 times. Right, thank you for watching. Until next time, and God bless. See you then.